Peter Alexander is in for Kristen Welker this morning as moderator of Meet the Press. Peter, my friend, good morning. So let's talk about what's at stake with this debate. First of all, walk us through how it is going to be different from anything we've seen in recent years and just really what is riding on this for both the current and the former president.
Yeah, Joe, the stakes, as you note, are incredibly high this go-round. 73 million Americans watched the first debate between Donald Trump and Joe Biden back in 2020. It's now been 1,300 days since either of these men were on a debate stage. You'll remember that Donald Trump didn't show up for the Republican primaries here. And you remember that first debate last time around where there were all the interruptions. I think Americans are still haunted by it. That's when Joe Biden said, "Will you shut up, man?" Well, the intention is to avoid a situation like that this go-around. The biggest changes are no studio audience is going to be in the room when this takes place on Thursday night. And separately, they're going to be employing a mute button, which means when it is not a candidate's turn to speak, their microphone is going to be off. Does that have a real impact? Does it allow for a more sort of productive back and forth between these two? Does it force Donald Trump perhaps to be a bit more disciplined, as some of his allies have encouraged him to be right now? We're going to be watching that. And for Joe Biden, there's also a real challenge as well. He was speaking at the State of the Union, had a teleprompter, was all set up for that. This time, the president needs to sort of think quickly on his feet. And I think that's the real challenge for each of these sides right now. They're both casting the other in a negative light. Joe Biden and his allies saying that Donald Trump is an unhinged felon. Donald Trump's team looking at Joe Biden saying that he is not physically or mentally fit to serve another 4 years. There is still a sliver of Americans who are undecided, really haven't even engaged in this race just yet. And the Biden folks hope that this shakes things up and does sort of change what has been a largely static race for the past many months. Joe.
You know, we talked about a mute button last time. I'm intrigued to see how it's actually going to work this time. Peter, thank you so much. And we'll be watching Meet the Press this morning when Peter is joined by South Dakota's Republican Governor Kristi Noem, as well as Biden campaign co-chair Mitch Landrieu. And NBC will be airing the first presidential debate hosted by CNN this Thursday night. You can watch our coverage at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, anchored by Lester Holt and Savannah Guthrie.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.